Welcome to Alien Mythos X.
October 11th, 1973, Pascagoula, Mississippi, two men fishing on a quiet river. What happened next was captured on audio tape and became one of the most terrifying abduction cases in history. Friends, today we are going to share with you the only UFO case where police secretly recorded the witnesses, and what they heard convinced them it was real. This is the Pascagoula abduction.
Nice evening for it.
So
Yeah,
friends,
real
let's start the
peaceful.
story.
Got a
Charles
bite.
Hickson
Reel
and
it
Calvin
in.
Parker were co-workers and friends fishing on the Pascagoula River after work. It was peaceful, relaxing, just two men enjoying the evening. Then they heard a strange buzzing sound. A blue light appeared over the water, bright, pulsating, getting closer. Within seconds, an oval craft descended and hovered just above the riverbank. The two men froze in terror. A door opened. What emerged from that craft would haunt them forever. Three creatures unlike anything on Earth. Gray, wrinkled skin. No eyes, no mouths, just slits where features should be. And their hands, not hands at all, but crab-like claws. The beings moved toward them, gliding above the ground without walking. Charles and Calvin tried to run, but suddenly they couldn't move. Paralyzed, frozen, helpless. The creatures grabbed them with those claw hands. Charles felt himself being lifted, floating toward the craft. Calvin was screaming but couldn't control his body. Both men were taken inside. Inside the craft, they were separated. Charles described being in a bright room examined by a large scan his entire body. No communication, no explanation, just cold, clinical examination. Calvin was so terrified he fainted. When he regained consciousness, he was back on the riverbank. Charles was beside him, trembling. The craft was gone. They sat there in shock, trying to understand what had just happened. Finally, Charles said they had to report this. They drove to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office. The sheriff listened to their story, watching their faces, their shaking hands. These weren't kids. Charles was 42, Calvin was 19. Both were visibly traumatized. The sheriff decided to test them. He left them alone in the interrogation room with a hidden tape recorder running. If they were lying, they would relax and discuss their fake story. Instead, what the tape captured shocked investigators. Calvin was crying, hyperventilating. Charles was trying to calm him down. Their fear was real. Their confusion was genuine. The audio recording proved these men believed every word they were saying. Both agreed to take lie detector tests. Both passed. The polygraph examiner stated they were telling the truth as they knew it. News of the Pascagoula abduction spread quickly. Reporters descended on Mississippi. UFO investigators arrived, but Charles and Calvin never changed their story, never
Sheriff,
contradicted
we
each
saw the
other,
whole thing.
never sought
It was
fame
dark, but
or
we're
money.
sure.
Calvin suffered severe post-traumatic stress for decades. He rarely spoke about that night, the memories too painful. Charles spoke publicly, but always with the same details, the same emotion, the same conviction. In 2011, before his death, Charles Hickson reaffirmed everything, every detail, the claw creatures, the examination, the terror. He went to his grave insisting it all happened exactly as he described. The hidden audio recording still exists. You can hear the fear in their voices, the confusion, the genuine trauma, two men who experienced something that defied explanation. What took Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker that night on the Pascagoula River? Were they examined by beings from another world? The audio tape suggests they believe they were, and their terror was absolutely real. This is the Pascagoula abduction, only on Alien Mythos X.